What is up, Rap Potential YouTube, and welcome to the channel today. We are starting this video off a little bit unorthodox. However, not entirely abnormal. As you can see, I'm trying to hold 3 gas cans and film at the same time. So, first things first, it's a beautiful morning. We gotta run down to the gas station, fill up the gas for everything here on the premises, because, you know, we got diesels, we got 2 strokes, we got 4 strokes, we got all the strokes, and they require go-go juice. So the other thing we gotta do is my buddy Jacob did an axle replacement on his Audi, and the axle broke, so I gotta go rescue his car. Luckily it's not too far away from his house, so he just left it on the side of the road and walked home. But basically the CV popped back out, so we're taking the old rotary rescue truck because this thing is the bee's knees. We're gonna throw the dog in here, got my tow strap, and we're gonna go pull an Audi back across his neighborhood. It's only about 10-15 minutes away, so I'll just head that way, fill up with gas over there, and then we'll be on our way. So, anyways, that's what we're gonna go take care of right quick this morning. And then when we get back, I'm gonna throw that 12A together. I'll just probably just time lapse it, stop if I have any issues, and let you guys know. So that way you know fun things to look out for, things that I mess up or have problems with building engines around here. And then yeah, man, look at her go. She running. So you notice there's a tree fell down over there. I've been working on a bike jumps video. My buddy Justin's coming down this coming weekend. We're gonna do some riding, so I'm gonna put a video together. I've been time lapsing all of this and building. Basically, I redid all the jumps, so I've been putting all that in there. And then a tree fell on him the other night, and I gotta coming to the rescue. Audi rescue, Erich. Good stuff. Got the dog. Got all the puppies out there. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Figured we'd go stealth mode for the nice people of Car Vegas' neighborhood here. Alright, so we're back from hauling the Audi. Got my fresh tanks of gas back there. It is looking like it's going to rain today, which kind of turns out perfect for what I want to get done. So, 12A, irons, everything, all painted, ready to get stacked up. I got the rotors cleaned up last night, so there and there, nice and fresh. I still have to go through and just basically clean up the rest of the soft parts, or I guess hard parts. Clean up the rest of the hard parts, so it's just like a good, I wouldn't necessarily call it a spit shine, but like it's a hand clean, Scotch-Brite pad, Purple Power, get all the oil, grime, all the crap off of them, clean any rust or corrosion, which it doesn't really have any because the motor's only been together for a year, and then basically clean off all your gasket surfaces, so like for example here, you know, for the beehive, and get all that stuff built back up. And then I got to clean the lower intake off for the carburetor right there, and that's the carburetor right there, so I got to get that stuff polished up. Also, I had somebody comment that they wanted to see the dimensions on the rotor trays, so I would say that you could probably refine this a little bit better, just as far as like evening them out, but in general we'll say 16 inches. The oil control ring parts are 7 inches across, thereabouts. For your apex seals, they are about 3 inches tall, and then there's 6 grooves across there, so you can kind of see the spacing. Side seals are 1.5 inches tall and looking like 7 inches across as well. So basically split in the middle. And then the whole thing is 18 inches. So basic construction, like I said, I didn't build these. Charles built these. Basically just a bunch of just like 1x wood all around there. These are your simple like mailbox labeling letters, and then the bottom of this is just like that wood panel stuff, just all nailed together. So boom, there's your rotor tray dimensions, easy peasy. Another cool thing that's great for the tips and tricks, this is, I call it the Rotor Soaker 4000. So basically piece of seat steel bent up like a rotor. I've got a little thing in here, holder. You set your rotor on this and you can fill this thing with like Evapo Rust, well, I wouldn't use Purple Power unless you're replacing the bearings, but Evapo Rust, carb cleaner, kerosene works really well. And basically what that does is, like, say you have a rotor like this or like this that's got seals stuck in it. So if your seals are stuck in your rotor, it's real hard to get them out. Soak it in Evapo Rust overnight. Put a little piece of cardboard on top of this, and then when you pull it back apart, that Evapo Rust will eat all the rust and gunk and stuff off of them. Another trick is, if you have stuck seals in your rotor, take a screwdriver handle and basically, I'll just show you on this one. Doesn't really have, oh, there's a corner seal stuck in there. So if you take a screwdriver handle and you tap on it like this, it'll usually free the seal up, which it looks like this did just a little bit. You can see it moving now. But tap on it, side seals, same thing. You start tapping on it after they've been evaporous, generally they will get freed up. So tips and tricks, rotary engine build stuff. Like I said, it's starting to rain, so I gotta get some stuff cleaned up, eat lunch, and then I'm gonna come out here, clean the rest of these parts, and stack this baby up. So let's get to that. Alright y'all, so I'm inserting this clip now. It's not entirely chronological, but about the halfway point. So here's what I'm doing to hold these coolant seals in. If you remember, I had an issue with these Atkins coolant seals wanting to pop out, i.e. the diameter of the inner coolant seal was too small for the groove. So same thing's happening with this one. And like I said, the groove is perfectly clean. Like, I have that cleaned all the way around, you know, cleaned out with a pick and everything to get all the nooks and crannies. Charles had mentioned that some nights, like if it's colder and these seals, you know, are cold, maybe they'll shrink up. You know, I mean, it's 80 degrees out here and it's pretty sticky humid, so I don't know if that's causing these to be a little bit. This one was not that bad, but I think preemptively what I'm going to do is put the high tack down, put the seal in, put everything on it to hold it in place, and then let the high tack set up a little bit. And once the high tack's set up, generally they stay in, they don't pop out, but it's just that like initial getting them in, you just end up making a big mess. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll let you know in 30 seconds if it works or not. Do you have pesky Dowel Pin O Rings that don't go in and you can't get them to seat in the housing properly and you're fighting it and you need 6 sets of hands? Well, look no further than the Craftsman 17mm socket. This prime specimen fits perfectly over a dowel and provides equal pressure to your Dowel Pin O-ring in order to make it perfectly good and seated in there. Look at that. Magical. Magical. Who knew that 4 fingers weren't enough and you needed all 360 degrees of a circle to put that thing in there? Erich Tech tip on the Rad Potential YouTube channel, stacking engines. So happy I figured that out. Now I don't have to struggle with it anymore. The 19 doesn't work. Alright guys, we got another motor stacked up. Another one ready to get stuck into a car. So, in this video, pumped to have this done. Yeah, been a busy weekend. Like I said, I have been working on the mountain bike jumps a ton. So, I'm going to go through the footage tonight. And maybe you'll see a video on it this week, but probably that'll be next week because we're going to do some riding this weekend. So I'm pretty stoked for that. And yeah, we got this 12A built. It's ready to go in the car. I checked the in-play. We all good. And I mean, pretty issue-free stack on this one. Didn't put the E-shaft in backwards this time. Didn't do anything dumb. So everything just went together. Didn't really have too many issues. I did have to tap the rear plate down with a mallet, which normally they just pop right on. But I don't know. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it. I did have a similar thing. The coolant seal grooves wouldn't stay down, so you probably saw me put my cans out on the motor to hold them down. I don't know what's causing that, or if it's just like the Atkins seals or like shrinking up. I don't know. I don't know what's up. But I know that in the past, and I say just these last two engines have been this way, but every engine before that, they go in without a hitch. But these last two, like this one, all three of the front ones went in, and then the very last coolant seal, I just couldn't get it to go. It would not stay, so I had to really put a bunch of paint cans and brake clean, all sorts of cans on it to hold it down. But I don't know. I guess that's part of it. We'll see what happens with the next set. I'll have to ask Charles. He stacked a motor up this weekend too. So, but with that, another 12A built, another 12A ready to go in a car, and I will see you on the next video. Some big things might be happening this week, so I'm pretty stoked for that. But it might slow the content down a little bit for now. So, thanks for watching. Keep it rad.